In the main series, Goku never had a daughter. It was not even an idea that was conceived or conceptualized. The closest thing he ever got was his granddaughter Pan. There's been a few fan stories and depictions of what would have happened if Goku had a daughter. Would he have treated and raised her differently from Gohan or even Goten? We all know how Goku raises his kids, but would it have been any different if he had a daughter instead? The best story on this that I could find was actually discontinued, and it is called A Warrior's Daughter, set between Goku's time on Namek and the androids. This is the story of if Goku had a daughter. This video has been sponsored by Conquerors Blade. This is a spectacular, free-to-play, massively online multiplayer game. Some of the features include an online siege battle, which is a 15v15 skirmish. You're able to create a warlord with 10 unique weapon classes, create a unique army by combining units from different eras and cultures, then take charge of your most loyal troops. When you sign up using the link in my description, you get exclusive set of battle supplies. So go down below, click the first link in the description, and start playing now. And thank you Conquerors Blade for sponsoring this video. The story begins with both Goku and Gohan flying back after Goku just got back from Yardrat after his 1-year hiatus. Now, Goku hasn't been back to Earth for an entire year. He hasn't seen his daughter for an entire year, and Gohan says, "I doubt she even remembers you." They land home and there she is, confused as ever. With her own tail, she looks at Goku, and then she runs away. She doesn't know who this man is. She runs behind Chi-Chi, and Goku's daughter in this story is 3 years old, which means she would have been born right before the Saiyan saga, pretty much right when Goku was dead for a year. This is pretty much their first interaction. Goku and his daughter have never really met before. For the time being, they don't actually say that much to each other, but when Gohan gets back, she wants to go fishing with him. Some time goes by, and this is where we get the true version of who Goku really is. And even though this is a fan story, I can actually see him doing this. Goku asks Chi-Chi if he could take his daughter to train her with Gohan and Piccolo up in the mountains when she's 3 years old. If you ever wondered if things would be different if Goku had a daughter instead, absolutely not. Even if they're 3 years old, Goku wants to train them as much as he possibly can. So Goku is training his 3-year-old daughter just like he will do in the future with Pan. With a little discipline, time, and training, she learns how to fly and actually becomes pretty strong for a 3-year-old. There are stages where you see her meditating with Goku watching over, throwing kicks right in his face, doing full body push-ups, and she really does look like a mini version of Pan. 3 years later, and Goku's daughter is now 6 years old, and she's up there with Gohan, flying to fight the androids, all excited, ready to fight. Piccolo looks across at Goku's daughter and thinks, "This is ridiculous, you should have left her at home, Goku. She's 6 years old." Goku just plays it off like it's nothing. He says, "She's worked just as hard as everybody else to be here." The unfortunate thing with this story is right before the androids attack, that is where the story cuts off, ends, and is never actually finished. The story of Goku's daughter is extremely short. This has been around for a few years, but has never been finished to this day. Most of the events take place the exact same way, but right when they're about to confront the androids, that is where the story ends. It's unfortunate because this was looking to be a very interesting story, but it's implied that Goku's daughter was running off to go search for the androids, and she was going to be the one to run into them first. She would have been face to face with 19 and Gero, but that's where it cuts off and we never get to see it. But from what it shows so far, she is just like a version of Pan, just taking place before Pan was even born. If Goku ever did have a daughter, she would be very similar to Pan. That was the entire story of A Warrior's Daughter. Let me know what you think. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.